Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Today you're only gonna be seeing me and Zoe because I'm gonna make a video about a visa application for because we have some experience with it, which is called visiting family and friends, and we have more experience with this visa than other visas because Fatima has to do this visa before to come to the Netherlands to visit me. So this video is specifically about visas from the Philippines to the Netherlands. However, what I saw is that there's one specific document that states which documents you need to have actually for a visa to the Netherlands. So it's not per se only Philippines, Netherlands, but I'm not 100% sure which documents these are. So, disclaimer, it's only Philippines, Netherlands, and you need to check yourself if you're from another country, if you can apply for this visa in the same way. So now we're going back to the documents that you need to provide for the visa. So there's two parts of documents. One part is the documents that you need to provide, and one part is the documents that your friend or your family or your partner in Netherlands needs to provide to be able for you to be able to come. We'll start with the documents that you need to provide. One of those documents is of course your passport. This passport needs to be not older than 10, let me look, issued within 10 years of now and valid for 3 months after your departure from Schengen country. You also need to have a plane ticket, not the ticket itself, but a reservation for a time that you're going to arrive and of course departure. So keep that in mind when you reserve your ticket, that it's also your passport is valid 30 days after 3 months after that departure time, because otherwise they won't approve it. Maybe to elaborate about this reservation, don't buy a ticket already, because if it turns out that you're not eligible for this visa, then you would have bought the ticket and you won't get the money back. So make sure you do a reservation. This is mostly possible at an airline company. I don't know exactly how it's called where my wife did it. But there's also where they can do your insurance. So the third document you need is insurance for your medical bills in case. I think it's for around 30,000 euros that you need to have minimal insurance of. And it needs to be registered under your name, and then you just need to send a copy to the IND where you do the visa application. Another thing you need is Dutch photos. So Dutch photos, not Dutch photos, but photos of yourself with Dutch requirements, or European, I think it's Dutch requirements, and you can find those easily in a photo shop. They will easily have those requirements and they can make the perfect photo for you. So don't try to make it yourself. I think it's possible, but yeah, it's risky, so why risk it? Just let someone make it for you. But another thing you need is a proof that you will actually return to the country you're coming from. So that's the Philippines in our case. One thing that's possible is employer statement, that you're working and that you're just on vacation and coming back. Another is that you have kids that are registered to a school. In case you don't have kids, it's not possible, obviously. Or that you have a proof that you have a house that you can go back to. So all those things are just examples. I don't know if there's other possibilities, but it is a hard requirement. So it's if you don't have any of those, it's going to be very difficult. So make sure you have one of those possibilities. So one thing to say again about the plane ticket, the reservation, make sure it's a round ticket. So not only going, but going and going back, because otherwise they'll also think, oh, maybe she's just going to stay, or he's just going to stay. So make sure that's a round trip. You need to have a sponsor, or you need to have enough income that you can make this trip yourself. So what they state is 55 euros per day that you need to have that in the Netherlands. Yeah, I don't know how they come to this number, but that's the number they put in the document. So, or you need to have a bank statement or pay slips from yourself, or you need, in our case, we were the sponsors for Fatima, so we did the sponsorship. So you need a sponsor, basically an invitation that she's going to come. I think that's in all cases. So I made an invitation for Fatima, and so the Dutch person needs to make an invitation. Oh, you're going to come to me, not necessarily in the same house or something, but that's possible. But I'm going to explain to you later about that. But you need an invitation, that's it. So if you're gonna sponsor, when you're the Dutch person, you need a copy of your contract send in when you are the sponsor. So keep that in mind. And you need to provide pay slips that you're earning enough money. That's for the sponsorship. And if you want to also provide the accommodation, you also need to fill up a form for that, and you even need to go to the municipality to verify it that you're going to do this. So that's if you also want them to stay at your house. They can also stay in a hotel or whatever you prefer, but that's also possible. In your house also possible, but then you need to go to the municipality also to verify this document, and I think you need to even put the signature there at that moment, or at least that they can verify your signature. You also need, of course, your details of the person that you're visiting, their passport details, and also their name, phone number, even email, and of course your own details for your passport. Keep in mind also that when you're going to apply for the visa, you have to give your passport, and they're gonna keep it until they decided if you can have the visa or not. It's not that they are gonna take it when it's not where you can't have the visa, but then they can immediately put the visa and then give the passport back to you. It's just easier. So another thing that you need to keep in mind is that if you want to travel again to countries outside of the Schengen visa, so you're going to visit family and friends obviously, so maybe you're gonna travel, keep in mind that you then need a multiple entry visa, Schengen visa, because otherwise you can go out of the country, but then they won't allow you back in. So that's also an option that you can provide, is that you want to have multiple entries. It's possible that you need to explain that further, so maybe you need to already know where you're going, or yeah, just prepare for that, know that it might be a possibility. And one other thing is that you need to have some cash or some money to pay for the visa actually. But that's at the moment of application, so when you're gonna apply for it, make sure you have some money with you or on your bank that you can pay for the visa application. Yeah, so that's about it. There's one other thing, is that your visa will be for a maximum of 90 days in a 180-day period. So in 180 days you can only have the visa for 90 days, and then you could apply for a new one if you want. But it's only for 90 days. And if they think you're gonna stay less, then they're gonna let the visa stay valid for less. So it's not always 90 days. a maximum of 90 days. So it's possible. If you want 90 days, you need to really make sure that your reservation of your plane ticket is from, for 90 days. And then it will apply it for 90 days. So yeah, that's the explanation about the visiting family and friends visa. In the description down below I will leave a link to the form for the Netherlands that you can apply, fill in. It also states the documents that you need, but yeah, what I gave you is a quick summary of all the documents you need, and that one is a bit more explaining, more difficult to read, I guess. But it's down below in the description if you're interested. So yeah, thanks for watching, and always remember to keep safe and stay healthy, because health is wealth. So see you in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.